Because the thing is, I believe a lot of the things Katt was saying, but is it me? Or were there some parts where you was like, really, Mr. Katt? Did that really happen like that? You know what I'm saying? Because baby, how you gonna read 3,000 books and you not even 12 years old? How you gonna be called ugly and you don't even know? How you gonna be called ugly and he points at you like this and I just fly over your big old head? Like how? Bless his poor little ting heart. Bless his poor little ting heart, because baby, it was not giving. I'm your girl Benny, and child, I have a few thoughts of the week. It took me the total of 111 years, you know, to finally finish listening to this Katt Williams interview with Shannon. I don't know how to say his last name, but the interview that broke the internet, the interview that everybody's talking about. Now, mind you, I'm a huge fan of Katt Williams. Katt Williams is somebody that's always made a lot of sense to me. Katt Williams is somebody that I feel like, even though people may not like him, I feel like for the most part, he be telling the truth. He be telling a lot of the truth that people don't be wanting to talk about. And I feel like this interview was a perfect example of that. Except I was like, some of the places like, now wait a minute. This whole interview is about honesty, is about, you know what I'm saying, like speaking truth to power. But there were some of the things I was like, did that really happen, sir? We're going to get into it, but before we do so, please go ahead and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that you always know when I upload. Be sure to check the description box for all the ways that you can support me. I have merch. I am also hosting, along with my sister for BNB, we are hosting an Afrobeats dance class for the month of February. I am so excited. Definitely check the description box to get your tickets. Spots are limited, so definitely, if you're interested, definitely click the description box and just get your tickets, and we just gonna get our dance on, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get our little pop. We gonna get our dance on, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into this video. So first thing I'm gonna say is that I obviously allegedly, even me thinking that some of the stories that Mr. Katt was saying doesn't sound true. Let me just say allegedly. Because one thing about me, baby, you're not gonna catch me on no technicality. I'm never gonna be sued on some technicality, baby. That allegedly gonna allegedly, you know what I'm saying? I allegedly think that some of the stories that Mr. Katt done shared about his childhood wasn't making a lot of sense to me. Like, it just wasn't, the way it was being told, it just wasn't making a lot of sense to me. Now, mind you, what he describes are very, very traumatic. He describes a lot of traumatic experience. He describes how, you know, he had to leave home from such an early age. He describes how his family was super religious. He describes how, you know, it was just a toxic environment for him. And, you know, at one point he just, you know, he just had to get out of there because it was a point of no return and all that stuff. But there were some details in there that just was not making a lot of sense to me. Like the part where he said he left his house at 13 years old and he went to Florida on some kind of a truck of some sort where he asked somebody and they gave him a ride. That to me, I was just kind of like, I don't know. And then he goes on to say that, you know, he was a very studious kid and he read a lot of books. He loves reading, which is true, you know, like people, reading is fun. I love reading. That's not something I'm saying that because Katt said that he was reading a book that he loves reading, that I'm thinking that's a lie. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying either you was exaggerating or that was a lot going on. How you read 3,000 books and you wasn't even 12? That to me was just kind of like, either you are exaggerating or you straight up lying, the same way you sat here and accused everybody of lying. Now, mind you, the receipts are rolling in, and some of the things that Katt was saying, a lot of y'all did not come correct. You know, the Steve Harveys, y'all done stole jokes, y'all done this and that. A lot of things that he was saying, the receipts are proving to be true. The receipts are proving to be true. But some of the things from his childhood, baby, I need somebody to come in and verify that. I just need just a little the math wasn't mathing. And there was a part where like even he was stuttering around the dates and the times of when things happen. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I don't know if it's just me that was slow. This clip right here.
Even as a young child, you were willing to tell your parents that some of the things that you're saying doesn't coincide with what I've been reading in the Bible.
No, very simply. Don't try to disfellowship me for sexual acts and I'm a virgin. Sorry, God don't make mistakes. You don't get 2 times to fuck me over. What do you mean you went to God and he told you I was guilty? You just lied on God. So long. That's it. There's no conversation. Deuces.
I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what exactly was. I don't know what to make of what was actually said. Like, I literally have no idea what this baby said. Maybe I just need to, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and read me a book or two so that I could be at the same space as Mr. Katt Williams. But to me, it wasn't making a lot of sense. And then on top of that, people in the comments are talking about how, you know, Shannon did such a good job. Oh, they saw us 2 men, you know, having healthy conversations and da-da-da-da. I kind of have to disagree. That interview, Katt Williams literally handed him his ass. At the very beginning, I feel like Shannon lost control of that interview. Point blank period. He lost control of that interview from the beginning. He didn't even get to ask a question. Katt just went in here and he was like, how you doing? These people are liars. They don't lie to my name. Da-da-da-da. They roll a scat. It was just like a lot going on. Shannon didn't handle that well. I'm sorry. I don't think he was ready for that. I feel like he lost control of the guest. Like Katt Williams literally ran that entire interview. And there was even a point where they started talking about Wanda. I believe Wanda Sykes. I think that's the one that they were talking about. But there was one point where Shannon said this.
Well, how hard? Because you have to understand, she is a female. And so you have to be careful. You have to handle her with kid gloves.
Sir. You want to go ahead and take that out? You don't want to be against equality, do you?
No.
What you just said was very unequal, sir.
Bruh, but
I think maybe you've had enough of this. Because I think I just heard you say that women are not equal and should be treated unequally.
They want to be treated.
You mean
equal.
as a comedian?
No. They want. Listen, you understand, and I understand.
Yeah.
In certain situations, they want to be treated equal. Not all situations.
Like, to me, that's not you having a hold of your guest. That's not you having control of the interview. It sounded to me, it looked to me like literally Katt Williams ran that entire interview. He told a lot of things. He exposed a lot of things that I feel like people don't talk about a lot in Hollywood. Because this Hollywood, it ain't all the glam, it ain't all the fancy that you're seeing. A lot of things be going on. And I know people usually try to label Katt Williams as somebody that's just like crazy, who's on drugs or whatever the case is. Like I said, Katt was always somebody that made a lot of sense to me. The things that he be saying, I'd be like, okay, I could see how you landed there. But there were some of the things that I was like, okay, now Katt, somebody get that baby a lie detector. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that comes to your channel moving forward, I want them strapped in. I want to make sure that we can tell whether or not people are lying to us. Do you guys, comment below and let me know, do you guys think Shannon did a good job with this interview? Because I don't think so. I felt like he didn't have control of the conversation. I feel like Katt Williams literally got on that couch and ran the entire interview. That's what it felt like to me. And from the very beginning, it felt as though Katt, at least from what I gathered, you know, everybody can have their own interpretation, but it felt to me like Katt Williams was low-key annoyed at Shannon for allowing these people to allegedly come and lie about him on that very show without him calling them out. And he was trying to now defend himself like, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm the one interviewing, da-da-da. That to me didn't look like a good look. You're the one interviewing Katt. But there were moments where it felt like Shannon was the one in the hot seat and Katt Williams was essentially handing him his ass. Like, literally, this was his ass. He was just like handing it to him, and that baby just sat there and took it. Reading 3,000 books a year from the time you was 8 years old to the time you was 12 years old. 3,000 books a year. In a year, we have 365 days. So you mean to tell me in a day, you average about how many books? How many books you average? Now, I ain't gonna say you on crack, because as you watch the interview, he defends himself. He said he ain't never did no drugs. Katt Williams ain't never did no drugs. That's what he said. He just smoke a little weed, a little something, and call it a day. He don't say he ain't never smoked no weed. So allegedly, you not a crackhead. You don't engage in no drug activities. That's what you said. That's what I'ma believe. But what I'm saying is, if somebody was to ever accuse you of crackhead behaviors, that might be a reason why they do so. Cause ain't no way, baby, you done read 3,000 books as an 8-year-old. 3,000 books as an 8-year-old is crazy. Now I'ma say allegedly, because y'all not gonna come with me, y'all not gonna come for me and do the most. I'ma say allegedly, because that's what the kids are doing this day. Cause baby, I'm not gonna get in no technicality, in no trouble, in no nothing overrunning my mouth. But 3,000 books allegedly, by the time you was 8 years old to the time you was 12 years old, is crackhead behavior. Saying that is low-key crackhead behavior. That's just what I'm gonna say. Your family was super religious. It made you so upset you wanted to leave. But by the time you were leaving, you knew that the Bible was the greatest book ever written and Jesus was your homie. So that's why you left. Which is it? Do Jehovah's Witnesses not believe in Jesus? Is that what it is? Because I don't know a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses in my life. Is that what it is? And then he gonna say he got to Florida through the back of a truck. It was him at the back of the truck with $2,500. Now, mind you, at that point, he's still 13. I'm not saying that that's crazy amount of money, right? But I'm just thinking time frame. If he is 52 years old, this was 39 years ago. So if you were 13 at the time with $2,500 from just doing mowing the lawn and doing all this different stuff, that you mean to tell me 39 years ago, a 13-year-old could have that much money to their name so that they can go on the back of a truck and run away cross country? Either it's straight up lying or an exaggeration. Who gave you the money? $2,500 39 years ago from just mowing the lawn? Seems a bit much to me. But the thing about talking, and you talking just like you keep talking, you keep going, and then there's alcohol involved, sometimes stories can be told. Maybe the only one standing in this, but I feel like part of the interview, Katt was just saying anything. And Shannon, in my opinion, you didn't handle that interview the way it should have been. It felt like you lost control of the interview. And he called you ugly to your face. You said they didn't even know what was happening. He came on your platform and essentially told you were wrong to allow all these other guests that you've interviewed in the past come and share their perspective of your story, and you ain't had nothing to say because you were unprepared for all these things to come out of Katt Williams' mouth. He called him ugly for having Afrocentric features. He called him and a whole bunch of other dudes ugly for having Afrocentric features. What do you really think about people with Afrocentric features? And he essentially said, when did those people become handsome or attractive? What are you trying to say with that? You're asking, when did those people with Afrocentric features become attractive? So what you're really saying is that people with Afrocentric features are not attractive. And so Shannon said that him being one of those people with the Afrocentric features, being called ugly to his face, that baby was just like, oblivion, in oblivion, just oblivious to everything that was going on. And people in the comments talking about he handled that interview. No, the interview handled him. Katt Williams handled him. He did not handle that interview, baby. I don't care what nobody say, he did not handle that interview. But that's my thoughts on that. Please comment down below, let me know what you think of this particular instance. Holly had a baby and y'all can leave that baby alone now. She's a mother. Holly really said y'all was not gonna stress me out. This is my life and I was gonna give y'all the information that I want to give y'all when I want to give it to y'all, and until then, y'all gonna leave me alone. And she did just that, and congratulations to her. Carry on with your child, you know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do with that baby. Protect that baby at all costs, because the internet is crazy. They're gonna drug you, your child, and your edges. Amen. Now we can all move on. Y'all was worried whether she's pregnant or not. She done told you she was pregnant. She gave birth. Y'all was right. that she was pregnant, but yeah, it was not right to harass her on her pregnancy, that she was intentionally keeping a secret from y'all. That's it for me, y'all. If you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you always know when I upload, and comment below what was your thoughts on the whole interview. Did you watch it? Because that interview was long. But comment down below, did you watch it? Did you enjoy it? What are your thoughts? Am I bugging? Do you believe the upbringing and the childhood and everything in between? Because baby, I don't believe a lot of the things I would say, but that's just me. All right, let me just go ahead and end this here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, Z's.